back with another edition of Market Fresh. We're seeking some relief from the summer heat inside the farm stand at Piazza Farmhouses in Phillipsburg. Right. We're here with Sam Piazza, and we're going to talk about watermelon. Now, one of the things I always find difficult about picking watermelon is you never know what's on the inside until you cut it open, and they don't really like you doing that in the store. So what are some tips that you can give our viewers of how to pick the best watermelon?
Well, a lot of people say that they tap on it, and if you hear a hollow sound, that's ripe. But most of the time, when they pack them in the bin and ship them, they've already decided whether the field is ripe before they pack. There's actually, where the stem is attached, and then there's little curlettes that come off of the stem. When the curlettes die, 3 of them back on the plant, that watermelon is ripe. It doesn't matter what, whether it sounds hollow or not, that watermelon is ripe. So when they go in and pick, they basically will check the field, and if they have 85 or 90% showing that, they're going to cut them, and you've got a real good chance that every watermelon is good.
Now, you can't see this at home, but I've already lost the bet with our photographer because he was telling me that you have to knock on the watermelon, and if it sounds hollow, it's ripe, so he wins. Now, one of our tricks, and I might be wrong on this, but my dad always said that if you push the end where the stem comes in, if it has a little give, it's ripe. Is there anything to that, or is he wrong too?
Actually, he's right, but it's the wrong end. You push on the blossom end.
Oh man, I've been buying unripe.
Right. If you push on the blossom end and it has a tiny give, then it's ripe, not the stem end. So.
Right. Any other tricks that
the only other trick, I know I've seen it done, they actually take a straw from the broom, a piece of straw out of the broom, and they'll lay it on the top, and if it spins, the watermelon is ripe. Now, I don't usually carry a straw in my back pocket, but I have seen it done before, and it does work. I guess it's just as much of a myth as tapping on it and listening to that hollow sound.
So I'll have to keep straw in my purse now. Now, what's the general season for watermelon?
A watermelon usually starts first part of July, sometimes even early in June. They'll be shipping them up from the south, and that'll go all the way into September, first part of October. But a lot of time when the weather starts getting cool, you don't look for a watermelon. It's this time of the year when it's nice and warm, and you can really enjoy that watermelon. Nice and cold, and it's really refreshing.
Yeah. Now, one last question about picking watermelon. Any difference in the color when you have the light green versus the really dark green?
It's just 2 different varieties. They're both seedless watermelons, but they're both 2 different varieties. One has a darker skin than the other, but there's no difference in the flavor or the color once they're cut.
Now, this is a tricky question because I know you like to eat it plain, but any suggestions or cooking ideas for watermelon?
Nothing there. I just love to cut it in half and sit out on the porch and enjoy it with my granddaughter.
Right. Well, that's fair enough. Be sure to check us out next week on lehighvalleylive.com.